All right, Judy, we're down with what? 4 months down, and you're down how many pounds?
20.
Excellent. That's so awesome. So
Yes,
you've done really, really good. Like you've done everything right with your nutrition. You've been tracking your food. You understood, what it took to get the meal prep in. You've been doing your workouts. So you've been doing the strength training and you've increased your steps. So all of the right things, right? So you've made huge progress with all that happening. And so I really just wanted to kind of look back at, the last several months of working together. And what would you say like your three big wins are going to be? Obviously, probably one of those is losing 20 pounds, right? But
oh my gosh, absolutely, of course. But pretty much just what you said, that I'm able to organize my meals to fit my calorie and protein goals. And certainly that I've done my workouts consistently and have been able to do my daily steps consistently as well. So
oh,
I
good.
think those are the big points that I've accomplished.
Yeah, excellent. And yeah, so ultimately, does it feel pretty sustainable for you? Like instead of just doing something really like a crash thing to lose 20 pounds, does this feel more like a lifestyle?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's been 4 months, so I'm in a routine. And since I've had success with the weight loss, it keeps the motivation up to continue going forward.
I love that. Yeah. Because that's why we're here, right? Making like a lifestyle change and making it for the long term, right? Because that's my intention for you is years down the road, you're still doing this stuff. You're still eating well, you're still resistance training, you're walking every day. So that's awesome.
Definitely. That's the plan.
Good. Yeah.
Definitely.
Perfect. So I'd love to ask, how do you feel now after losing 20 pounds? Like, how would you say that, okay, this is what life is like now compared to 20 pounds ago?
Well, certainly I feel great because I had struggled for some time, thought I was eating healthy, thought I was active, but the program really fine-tuned everything and kind of tweaked the places with the food and exercise that needed to be. And it was just the organized program. I guess that's what I needed to be able to be successful.
Yeah, good. What do you think was like probably the biggest like light bulb moment for you? Because like you said, you were eating healthy. What do you feel like was the missing piece?
Well, certainly I was not tracking or giving any attention to how much protein I was eating. So I
Mm,
was probably, now that I know the protein and different things, I was probably eating half of the protein I'm eating now. And,
uh-huh.
I find it keeps you fuller longer. And then when you're eating that, you're not eating other things. So certainly the protein piece is something that I was not doing before.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's honestly a big piece of it for a lot of plant-based eaters is just, yeah, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating like real foods, but guess what? If like the protein isn't high enough, it's not going to aid with the muscle growth and muscle recovery. It's gonna, you're probably gonna have a bit more cravings than if you had the protein in. So I'm glad
Definitely.
we found that piece for you for sure.
Definitely.
So, like before we started together, what doubts did you have about, the idea of you losing weight? Like, did you have any beliefs like, maybe this isn't going to happen or I can't figure it out? What was that looking like?
Oh, sure. Because I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was eating healthy. I thought I was um, uh, being active. So I really questioned, is this going to work? Can I do it? Like, what really can possibly change to what I'm doing now where I can be successful? But there was a lot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, protein is a big one. And how about the resistance training, right? Because, have you ever had any history of strength training? Did you know you could do this at home? Like, and then what results have you seen in your body from that?
So certainly I've never done resistance training on a consistent basis. Never really done it 3 times a week. I've done different things. I'll go to a strength training class now and then, but certainly nothing on a consistent basis. And and then the progression that I've, from where I started to now, more weights and more reps, it's really impressive.
Yeah, yeah. So have you noticed any more like strength in your everyday life or any more muscle tone, anything like
Yeah,
that?
I feel more fit. Not just to lose weight to kind of, just kind of hang there. I certainly feel more fit in energy, and I think the losing weight, I think I feel a little bit more muscular. Sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool to hear that from you because, a lot of times when people, we age 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, plus even 80s, 90s, we feel like things are just the way they are, or nothing's going to change in the positive direction, right? It might change in the negative, but
Right.
you're showing like, hey, yes, you can continue to age through life and build strength and build more muscle. Like
It's
that's
amazing.
yeah, I'm so happy for you. And so aside from like the protein, I know that was a big kind of surprise of like, oh wow, I need to incorporate that. Was there anything else that kind of surprised you throughout the process
Well, I
of
was really surprised with the amount of food I was able to eat while still staying within the calorie and protein. you know.
good.
So, first when I saw the number of calories a day, I'm thinking, oh, I'm not going to be eating very much. But there's ways of working it out that there's actually quite a bit of food.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the biggest thing with having really protein and fiber rich meals is that you're packing in so much nutrition without all the calories. So when you look at it, 1,400, 1,500 calories, you can actually get a good amount of food in that for
Yeah,
sure.
for
And
sure.
that's cool. Yeah. Because what we did, figured out what was the right amount for you. Because I think before we had talked, do you want to try to make this faster? We can pull calories down a little bit or increase steps. And we were able to kind of, I was able to get your input. I'm like, no, this feels pretty good. Let's stay here
Right.
and stick to that. And that's what matters, sustainability for sure. And
Sure.
so, what would you say to someone else who's maybe come across like my program or they've heard about me, they maybe thought about it, but they're like on the fence?
So I've had a couple friends that have asked me what I've done and about the program, and asked me for your information. And I certainly have encouraged them that, it's doable, and it's not going to take over your life. And you can be successful on it for sure.
Oh, good. Excellent.
And the program works.
Yeah, right. If you show up, we work together, you communicate, we work on it together. It just shows that there's no true limitation for anybody, right? Because a lot of people could say, "Oh, it's age or it's menopause or it's, I don't have a gym membership." So many things, but guess what? Here you
Yeah.
are, right? Here you
And I
are.
told them, how knowledgeable you are and how encouraging you are and easy to work with. And, you know, I mean, it really works. So
Uh,
hopefully they'll contact you. I hope they follow through.
Yeah, me too. And one other thing, I really appreciate you sharing that. And one of the things that I really like is, do you feel like you have a much better understanding about nutrition and about your metabolism and your body? Because my philosophy is like I don't want to hide things and just give you these random names and keep it a secret, right? I really want to educate you. So do you feel like now you have like a really good idea about, okay, this is so much more informational than say joining a program where you're counting points or you're doing,
Right.
something very abstract.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like I have a great foundation. I can go forward with it. I have a better understanding. Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Awesome, Judy. So is there anything else that you would like to share that, maybe I haven't asked you about that's, coming to mind?
Um, I don't think so. There was a lot of learning involved, and but like I said, I have a great foundation, and I have every intention of going forward and continuing.
Excellent. Okay, so what are the future goals for you, right? Because we're never fully done, right? We've
Right.
made a huge change because 20 pounds is a massive shift, right?
Yeah.
To get your height and your weight. But what's the next step for you? Where do you see yourself over the next 6 months to a year?
Well, certainly consistency, continuing on and being consistent with the workouts, with the steps, and staying within my calorie and protein goals. Just consistently and moving
Mm,
forward and doing more of the same.
I love it. Awesome, Judy. Well, I appreciate your time today. And, you've done so great on this program. Like, excellent, excellent job. And I got to give you the credit because, yes, I did show you the path, but you're the one who walked it. You're the one that showed up. You did the workouts. You ate the good food. You went grocery shopping for the good things.
Yeah.
You made it happen. So, excellent, Judy. So I know when we talk like next year, you're going to be still doing this stuff. It's going to be a way of life. So I'm super happy for you.
Thank you so much for everything.